Hey, I'm Frank Schweitzer out here at Pecos and Bonanza at the Family Court protest. I'm here with Karen.
Yes, Karen, Oliver Brown.
Can you tell us how this has affected you and impacted your family and what you're looking to change in the hope that the court system itself changes, knowing that the voiceless have a voice?
The incident we had.
Speak up. Speak up.
The incident we had with our children being abducted was, we feel, was a conspiracy that was initiated more than one entity. Basically, it started in the classroom, Clark County School District staff, and we feel that they conspired. The principal, the teacher's assistant, along with another foster parent that had a child in the classroom that she had a liking for our disabled child, my grandson. And that's where our incident started. And from there, they involved themselves with Child Protective Services and got them involved with a lot of trickery and lies. Sheer deceit. It's very diabolical deceit to get our children up out of our home. Our children were two autistic spectrum disabled children. One was completely nonverbal, had never spoken in his life, and we had our children from birth from age 10 and 11. And it's disgusting. And we're having a real problem because we have not seen our children or heard from them in over a year. They were abducted February 13th of 2019 by their schematics. And fortunately for us, the district attorney did dismiss the charges in late August. However, we've transpired other trickery that's going on now, where we suddenly don't have a house to take our kids to, and we feel that's part of the conspiracy as well. It's the government's housing agency, social services is all out at the housing agency looking at our daughter's files, working with the housing unit, and they were part of the problem in the beginning, bringing the school district police services, along with the principal showing up at our door unannounced, for our children. And so all this stuff was illegal, what they did, because the DA would not have dismissed it had it not been. So we still have a problem because they did a double jeopardy case and took the kids and split them up after 10 and 11, and both kids are totally disabled children. To split them up like that, we feel is disgusting, to say the least. We don't know how Anthony feels. He can't talk and tell anyone how he feels about not ever seeing his mother again after raising him from birth to 10 years old. And Anthony was a miracle baby, and so was the other girl. The girl, Dajane. One's a boy, one's a girl. 10 and 11. And those children were like maybe a pound or something, or no, they were just a few ounces when they were born. And we didn't expect either one of them to live, but they did, especially that girl, who's 11, who's 12 now. And they took her and moved her to Reno, to Washoe County, to be with a deadbeat dad that she had never seen in her life before, and had only spoke to once, due to their conjuring her up and getting them to get the father in the life. And they brought in the life. And the boy was the same way. They conjured him up and found that dad to go against my daughter to get his son. And neither one of those dads were denied any access to their children ever. They both walked out on their children's lives and left them. And so we feel that that's horrible for teachers to decide that parenting, our household parenting is less than desirable, and they don't have the right for disabled children to take authority over their parental rights over education. This started at school. We send our kids to school to be educated, not for them to involve themselves in our parenting. And that's what they wanted to do, be involved in our life, coming out to the house. The foster mother wanted to come to pick up our child, the boy, and involve him with her other foster son. My daughter declined. She didn't want to be involved with her. She didn't know her, and she had that right. And we didn't trust them because they had lied and started writing so many reports on our children, which is what made us leery of them to get involved with them. So they caused the issue. And
okay. So what are you looking to change in this situation? What are you hoping the court does, since the DA has already dismissed charges against you, correct?
The DA dismissed charges. However, the one charge was with the girl, by her going to Washoe County, they flipped the case, and we know that's called double jeopardy with the law. They changed the case over from a custody case with that father to from a victim case of abuse and all that. The case went from abuse to now a custody order. And mind you, my daughter had fled that Reno and fled the county of Washoe County, running from that same abuser, had a restraining order her own file when she was married to him and divorced him, and came here to live in Las Vegas in 2008 to free herself from the man, and this is what they did to her. Give our child to that abuser, and we're sick about it, because we don't know where they are, don't have any numbers for any of the children, don't know where the men live, and we don't think it's fair. I mean, my daughter has done nothing. She passed all the drug tests in her face, and my daughter was worn down a little bit, but she wasn't a bad mother. And she had raised 2 children that are 1 age apart with total disabilities like that by herself. And we don't feel that she should be rewarded by losing her children to the 2 deadbeat dads who both owe excessive child support. One owes over $15,000 in child support, and the other owes clearly over $20,000.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing your story, and you have a wonderful day, ma'am.